What's up everybody, welcome back to the Second Street Marvel. In today's video I'm going to be reviewing Once and Future issue number 1. This is a limited series being produced by Boom Studios. Now I am shooting this today at my local comic book shop, Bases, Cards and Comics, right here in Lancaster, California. They allowed me to take this book and read it so I can bring you guys this review. So if you guys could do me a favor, go and follow them on Instagram, Facebook, and any of the other social media platforms, and show them a little bit of love. I would greatly appreciate that. Now, as I was saying, Once and Future issue number 1. This book is written by Kieran Gillen. The artist is Dan Mora, and the colorist is Tamara Bonvillain. And if you've been following me here on the channel, you've probably seen just the other day I did a review on another comic book where I was talking about Tamara Bonvillain and her coloring work. And I've got to say, in this book, this Once and Future, I love the coloring schemes that she did in this book. She obviously knows how to use her colors, and she really helped bring this book to life. The art here, done by Dan Mora, I've got to say was absolutely great. I love just kind of the art and the colors. It really matched the story. Now the story here was written, like I said, by Kieran Gillen, and I've got to say the story was actually pretty good. It is not a futuristic tale or a past tale. It seems like it's taking place in our recent, in just these present times. And what we see is it's kind of based on some medieval mythology as well about King Arthur. There's been a drought going on in Britain, and basically water levels have went down in certain areas due to this drought. And there is an artifact that had been found in the middle of this lake, and we see that there are some people who are in search of this certain artifact. And then we are introduced to some of our main characters, in which one of them happens to be a little old lady who's sitting there in a rest home. And next thing you know, she breaks out of the rest home and goes out on her own. Her grandson is called, and he comes in to help save her, and he's called to come in and to help find her. So once he finds her, she goes and he finds her in the middle of this forest. She's digging up some stuff, and they come upon this beast, and she has a cache there full of weapons and things, and they use it to chase off this beast and not kill the beast, because there's a little bit more to this story that we don't quite know yet. But again, this does kind of revolve around a particular set of weapons that have magical and mystical powers that they use to help fight probably some of these different demons and things like that we're going to learn more about in future issues. Again, this is a limited series, and I gotta tell you, I really did like this. This book has already shot up in price due to people out there speculating on this first issue, and I guess I'm not going to purchase this book right now, but I probably will have my local comic book shop here, again, Bases, Cards and Comics in Lancaster, California. I'm probably going to have them order me a second print of this series. I really did like it. Again, the art was really great, and this first issue done every single thing that a first issue should do. It introduced us to the characters. It set up pretty much what's going to be going on in the story, and everything else kind of going forward. And I got to tell you, I really did like this issue. I wish I would have known about this before and had it on my pull list so I could have paid that cover price for it. But again, it's already shot up in price, and I guess we'll see how that goes in the future, and I am definitely going to have them put this on my pull list for future issues. This video is brought to you by Bases, Cards and Comics right here in Lancaster, California, my local comic book shop. I absolutely love them, and here's just an inside shot of some of the art that you could see in there. And I've got to tell you, it's really good book. And again, they are on Boom Studios, who is a small indie publisher. So the one thing I've found here on the channel is when it comes to these small indie publishers, they really do take the artists there, the writers. They put a little bit more into it than something that you get out of the big two. And I think that's something, if you're into the big two, or you're just looking for something that's maybe a little bit of an alternative, you should definitely look into some of the indie books out there, because they it seems like they do put a little bit more of that quality into these books. That's all I have for this video today, folks. Thank you all so much for tuning into the Second Street Marvel. If you haven't already, please make sure you're subscribed. Click the little bell so you get notified notifications, and all of that good stuff. I talk a lot about comics and movies and even music on occasion, so you guys should make sure that you're subscribed. And if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you don't, hell, give it a thumbs down. It's all good. But while you're at it, make sure you share it with a friend and invite them to come hang out with us here on the 2nd Street Marvel. You all have a very good day, have a great rest of your week, and we'll see you in the next video. Later.